welcome everybody. In this video today we talk about living world animal habitats class 5 CBSE science. Living world animal habitats. What is an habitat? Habitat is a place where we live or make a living, where our houses, where we work. So when we are talking about animal habitats, we are talking about an environment that provides the animal with water, food, air, shelter, etc. Where it is its home. So, habitat is a place where the animal gets its air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and a shelter, a place to live safely. The place where the animal naturally lives. The place where the specific animal can be found in nature. The place where it cannot just survive but thrive. That is called an habitat. We have domesticated animals like a cat and dog and hen living with us. They are all just surviving. But if you leave them in their natural habitat, the forests where the animals belong to, maybe they will thrive, not just survive. So what are the different habitats? We have habitats like forest, desert, polar region, oceans and freshwaters, etc. That means some animals live in forest, some animals live in seas and oceans. We can see that monkeys are happy when they have lot of trees to climb and jump around from one branch to another. We see that the alligators and crocodiles are happy when they are able to, as a reptile, live on the seashore or on the rivers. There are some alligators that live in freshwater, some that live in ponds and lakes. So they come to the land to get their prey many times, but they prefer to live in the water. The fish can never live outside the water. The birds can never live on a water except for maybe swan or geese. The panda likes to live wherever there are bamboo shoots. So the natural environment, the place where that animal gets their air, water, food and shelter naturally, the place where they live, the place where they have their shelter, that is called the habitat of an animal. Let us look at different types. The polar region, we know the Arctic Circle, the Antarctic Circle, the place where it is very cold, the northern and southern tips of the globe is very cold. Although the high mountain peaks, the Himalayas, etc. are very cold. So what type of animals we find there? We find polar bears, we find lynx, we find wolverine, we have something called an Arctic wolf, and we have our penguins and caribous. Most importantly, we have yaks and mountain goats. What is special about them? One thing is they have a camouflage. They are mostly color like snow. Second is they have thick skin, the fur, that makes them able to withstand the cold of the polar region. So we find polar bears, walrus, seal, etc. in the polar regions. The Arctics, the Antarctics, the high mountain peaks are very cold. So we found the animals in the polar regions, that is the habitat. These are the animals that are mostly found there. If you bring a penguin and make them live in a desert, it will be difficult for it to live. Now have the desert region. In desert region you find a lot of animals. What is a desert? Desert is a place which is full of sand. Desert is a place where there is scanty rainfall. Desert has very little water. The days are very hot in desert and the nights are very cold. In spite of such a troublesome climate, there are lots of animals that survive in the deserts. The most important animal is the ship of the desert, our friendly camel. You find a lot of rattlesnakes and squirrels also on the deserts. You find various animals like owls, you have a cactus plant, you have a roadrunner bird, coyote, you have oryx, an animal which is neither a deer nor a zebra. When you see it, you will enjoy a special type of animal called oryx. Then you have a mule deer, you have a desert tortoise, you have a jackrabbit. So if there is no rainfall, if it is all sandy, how do they survive? So what happens is during the daytime, they go and sleep safely somewhere keep themselves away from the hot sun. During night, they come out and try to prey upon the small worms and germs that they have all around. So that is how these animals in the desert region survive. Desert is also an habitat. In spite of being sandy with no water, desert is home to lot of animals and provides food and shelter to lots of animals. Forest region. Forest is the most popular and most enjoyable and most preferred habitat. Because in the forest you have a shade from the sun, you have lots of rains, you have sources of water like ponds and rivers and lakes. So it provides everything, not just fresh air but lot of opportunity for food. You have lots of water, you have an acceptable climate because the trees provide shelter from the sun. And then arboreal animals like monkeys can live on the trees, the other animals can climb up the tree and come down, and then the animals that want to live on the surface of the land like a deer or a goat or a zebra can live. The giraffe can live and eat from the top of the tree, and then you have other tortoise and fish that live in the water. So you have all types of, lots of types of animals living in the forest. So the forest is habitat to a large variety of animals. But the forests are shrinking day by day because man is cutting down the forest. Deforestation, that is what we call, to make space for factories and homes. So you have lions and tigers, you have monkeys, you have birds, you have insects, moles, snakes, you have everything in a forest because there are lots of trees, lots of, and because of the trees provide food also, and because there is a lot of food for the herbivorous animals, the carnivorous animals can eat the herbivorous and complete the food chain. So it is home to lots of varieties, species of animals. Now comes the ocean region. What is ocean region special for? Oceans cover 3/4 of the earth's surface almost. 70% of the earth is water. And then oceans are mostly salty. But oceans are a largest continuous stretch. You have land as a continent, Asia, the largest continent, then you have North and South America, you have Africa, these are all pieces of lands on the surface of earth. But when you say ocean, it's a continuous stretch of water. But though they are continuous, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the 5 major oceans that we know about are all having different properties, and different types of animals are considering these oceans as their habitat. So different animals are found in different oceans because of their varying properties. How hot the water is, how much wind blows, or how much it is room for cyclones and tornadoes, whether the currents under the water, the oceans, are creating problems or helping the sea organism. All this will impact how these become the habitat for various animals. So oceans are 3/4 of the earth, large continuous stretch of water, they are salty and they are home to a lot of animals, mainly because they cover 3/4 of the earth's surface. We have all sorts of fish family, from the whale to the dolphin to the shark to all the fishes are there. And then you have small animals like turtles, octopus and jellyfish also. So here you can see an octopus, a sea snail, a starfish, a crab, a seahorse, then a dolphin, a shark. Everything is there in an ocean. So ocean is a habitat to lots of animals. Now we have a freshwater. What's the difference between a freshwater habitat and an ocean as an habitat? Freshwater is water on the land. They are not as salty as an ocean. They are the rivers, the lakes and the ponds. The rainwater gets collected into or flows through the rivers, lakes and ponds. So the habitat or tortoise, you have the turtles, then you have crocodiles, which are freshwater crocodiles, you have frogs, you have fishes, you have ducks and swans and other water birds, waterfowls, and then you have shrimps and other things. This is a manatee, which is an endangered freshwater animal, manatee. So you have various types of animals, various sizes of animals, various colors of animals. A very beautiful world is out there, the animal kingdom. And these animals, the place where they live, where they get their food and where they get their shelter is called the habitat. So we have habitat, different types: forest, desert, polar regions, ocean, freshwater. The place where the specific animal finds their food, lives naturally, has its home, it is called a habitat. Thanks for watching this video. Please keep coming back. We shall discuss about the adaptations of various animals. Thank you.